Hey, welcome to my YouTube channel. It's garage time. My lawnmower is not taking gas, so I'm trying to figure out if it's a fuel pump. Because it looks like it has a fuel pump. And it's acting like it's just not getting any fuel to the carburetor at all. I can dump fuel in the carburetor and it'll run, but it won't stay running unless I'm actually actively dumping fuel into the thing. Anyway, today is whatever Saturday is, right? Yesterday was supposed to be Good Friday because tomorrow is Easter, and everybody's talking about it. Well, people that are just, social media hounds. They're all talking about Good Friday, Easter. So what happened on Saturday, right? Didn't he get turned in on Friday night, and then Saturday he went in front of Caesar, right? Is that how it went? I don't know. You guys can tell me in the comments because I actually don't know. To me, it's like it's all relative. So it's not like it really it has meaning. And actually, all those things I was thinking about this today. All those things are happening all at the same time. It's happening within us, right? And I had this epiphany, an epiphany. I'm always been trying to seek the truth because the truth sets you free. And I realized something about the Hangman card. So if you guys watch my channel, sometimes I pull cards, but I haven't lately because the cards all mean something. And if I feel like need to channel a message that has a specific meaning for something, of course, something that I realize, I always knew the Hangman had a special meaning, and I knew it was always the enlightened card, right? Because the guy's wearing a halo. But, and I realized this the other day, he's always upside down. But why is he upside down? Hangman. He's hung in suspension in an enlightened position. A, because he's not trying to control, or she, doesn't matter, male, gender means nothing. They're not trying to control anything externally, right? All you can do is observe and offer help and advice and teach. You can't force anybody to do anything. And so to somebody who's unenlightened, somebody who is enlightened will look upside down. I was like, oh yeah, that's true, right? If I'm enlightened, then I will look upside down to somebody who's not because of the things that I decide to do for myself. If you're not enlightened, then you'll make decisions that the enlightened man will see a way that they used to be, right? Because you move into enlightenment. And you won't look at somebody as backwards, just unenlightened. Because enlightenment is all about understanding how everything works. And I realized there isn't anything that you can't describe by understanding your own body. You're living in a giant organism that is all being externally expressed exactly the same way it is internally in your own body. Exactly. Even when it comes, especially the intestinal tract, we're coming to the end of an age. So what do? What does the body do? Dead tissue in the body, if your body can't get rid of something dead, then it slowly kills the body, right? It toxifies the body. So your body gets rid of waste. And if you over toxify your body, then your body you'll get diarrhea, right? Your body will try and flush waste out. And that's why it's so hard for your body to heal if you keep toxifying it. If you keep putting alcohol, or it doesn't matter what it is. It could be any kind of, pop, Dr. Pepper. If you're drinking a case of Dr. Pepper a day, you're over toxifying your body. And then your body can't rest, and eventually that's what causes cancer, because your body can't rest and heal itself. Because it's all dead. It's unconscious energy. Fasting. That's why fasting is so important, because you're putting less unconscious energy through your body. It doesn't matter how high vibrational food you think you're eating, it still has an relatively unconscious compared to your own body. And actually, that's what's creating more unconsciousness in your own body when you're feeding on unconscious energy. So how does the body heal? There is only one place that can heal the whole body, and that's the heart. So all of us, and this is the only reason that we die, is because we unconsciously wage war against our heart. It's that simple. How do we unconsciously wage war against our heart? Well, if you're trying to control something, it means you're trying to feed on it, right? Because you're energetically trying to feed on something. You're trying to control the outcome of something. You're not in the hangman position. You're not in the enlightened position. This is Jesus' whole story. And that's why it's so important to understand what he did and why he did it, right? He was teaching people how to become free, to follow their heart. And you won't have anything that tries to pull you out of alignment with your heart will come from your mind, right? You'll have some preconceived idea of what you think needs to happen. Or if this doesn't happen, then, like, especially when it comes to other people, don't ever have any preconceived idea of what somebody should be doing and then create a state of being according to what they should or shouldn't be doing. That's not mine. All I am here to do is live the way I'm being taught to live and emulate that for the people around me, which is to love everybody unconditionally, never place anything material above my relationships. That's a main one, because you'll always be sacrificing your heart if you do that, right? Because you're weighing the heart doesn't care it doesn't own anything. It just provides and receives. It's literally just a conductor. All you're doing is providing and receiving. There is no attachment. Any kind of attachment will create an unbalance in your heart. And then, so we're coming to the end of an age. So the exact same that we're seeing is living purely out of your heart space to provide and receive. And you'll put all the unconscious energy around you into a karmic cycle. What I mean by karmic is a force it into bleeding off its own negativity, or it will destroy itself. Right? That's what all this is. And that's how you do it. That's the enlightened position. You don't even, and I've started to witness this because I haven't sold anything in three-dimensional reality in over 3 years. And I'm still living in the same house, and I'm not bragging. It's just that if you put yourself in service to the people around you, and if they alter course, those people alter course and try to not put themselves in service to you and try to prioritize material reality over how much they love you, they'll put themselves in a negative karmic cycle. They get sick. Bang. That's what Jesus was teaching everybody to do. That's how he was not only, the church kind of gets it messed up because they think, oh, he was this powerful healer and he was healing everybody. And he was the Son of God, right? We are all sons and daughters of God. There isn't anybody that isn't. And that's what he was teaching. And he was teaching them how to use their heart to heal themselves and the surrounding area. And if it doesn't, and it'll force it, because once you know the truth, and once you understand that it's all just energetic exchange, it's all spiritual energetic exchange, the material means nothing, then you'll force it into healing itself. And the only way to stay in balance with somebody and to love them unconditionally in this three-dimensional reality is to co-create, right? And the only reason we don't co-create is because we believe that the person standing across from us is not worthy to co-create with us. And so we are announcing ourselves unworthy, right? You and I are one. So if I point the finger at any one person and say, that person isn't qualified to co-create with me, I unqualify myself. Because the past is an illusion. Who am I to say that my heart doesn't have the ability to heal any relationship at any one time? And so eventually, if you follow the path that he was teaching, right, tomorrow's Easter Sunday, you will master yourself emotionally and energetically to make sure that you embody the Godhead bodily. You're embodying the motherly energy first, learning how to nurture and take care of your environment. And so that if it doesn't do the same for you, then it'll pull itself into a karmic cycle, right? Nurture, especially the elderly, and nurture those relationships, because we do not know what we're doing to ourselves, I guarantee you. There's so many people that don't understand these basic things, and I didn't understand them. So, you just will unconsciously pull yourself into stupid stuff and worry about things that just aren't important. And that enlightened position will always look backward to somebody that doesn't understand. I have nothing to offer you that you can't offer yourself. But at the same time, we're all parts of the same body. And so that's all we really want to do, to get back into our childlike energies, to just co-create with each other and not be attached to any kind of outcome. Forget about anything that happened in the past, because it's really not relevant, because we were all stupid, right? So in a way, it's, that's why I generally don't do readings, because the last thing I want to do is create readings where we're talking about somebody else's behavior, or what they're not doing, what they're doing or not doing, because it doesn't matter. Everyone's learning, and we're all here. The more that we learn about ourselves, the more that we understand that this system is just getting ready to flush all the waste down the toilet and make sure that you're healthy. If you think about it, we're all purifying the heart space so that those cells group together, actually creating a brand new baby. I was in a coach meeting where Alexa, if you're watching my videos, please let me know. Maybe I'll tag you in this one on Instagram. But she channeled a message about a birthing process and the pain of childbirth. Birthing a brand new child is painful. And when you're talking about a 24,000 year cycle, labor lasts a little bit longer than you'd like it to. Right? But can you imagine what kind of society? I mean, obviously, that's why you kill somebody like Jesus and his disciples. Because if they're teaching, if they all of a sudden understand, they're in a moment like, oh, wait, all we have to do is surrender ourselves to one another, to our heart space. What do you need? Anything that I have is yours, right? I don't own it. Everything's given to me by my higher self. Because your higher self owns everything. Why do you need to try and chase owning anything? Yeah. Anyway, happy Saturday. I just wanted to get this out. And dead cells always get flushed down the toilet. So let's not be dead, right? And the only way you're not dead is by judging any of it as not exactly the way it's supposed to be. In the last few days, it felt like everything was so perfectly orchestrated, I can't even describe it. And eventually you get to a place where you become the dreamer. You're no longer a smaller cell in the larger organism. You are the larger organism, and then witnessing what you're controlling all of it with your heart space. It doesn't have any choice but to grow closer with you. And if it doesn't grow closer with you, it'll kill itself. Because the heart just wants to grow closer to other parts of the heart. The mind is going to create illusions of grandeur and BS, right? That I'm somehow greater, or. And so the other that's the other part of the Godhead bodily, the masculine side. When you can finally get to a place where you know how to sternly say no, right? And it's not because they don't love you. It's just because we don't act like that kind of child. We're not brats. We're loving children who share our lives together. And if you ever run into somebody that isn't willing to share with you, that's their problem, right? They're going to pull themselves out of garbage. None of us own all. We all own this together, whether you like it or not. You don't have any choice. I don't have any choice. All of this is owned by all of it. And there isn't anything that owns more than any of it. I have a tree sitting over here that's just growing. And it doesn't care where the carbon dioxide comes from that it turns into oxygen. It just keeps working. If I don't get on here for Easter, have a happy Easter. Eat lots of chocolate, jelly beans, overindulge. I don't know, whatever you want to do. Love you guys. Have a beautiful day.